Before we begin, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a rare coin story that could change your life or add value to your collection. Let's dive into something truly fascinating today. Imagine, for a moment, holding a simple coin in your palm. It looks ordinary to most people. It has no glitter, no obvious shine, no celebrity name on it. But what if I told you that what you're holding could be worth more than gold, more than silver, more than even some stocks you may have followed your whole life? That's the power of history. That's the weight of time. And that, gentlemen, is the quiet magic of a forgotten coin. Today, we're talking about a coin you might have overlooked. Maybe it sat at the back of a drawer. Maybe you once used it to buy a cup of coffee or tossed it into a jar without a second thought. A South African 50-cent coin. Minted in 2008. Sounds plain, right? But nothing about this coin is plain. Because the story it carries is layered, and the value it holds today. That's where the real shock lies. Let me take you back briefly to 2008. You might remember it as a year of global financial uncertainty. The world markets were crashing, economies were shaken, and while people were watching their investments lose value, a small group of collectors were turning their eyes elsewhere. They were looking at the coins that nobody else was. That year, the South African Mint continued producing coins as usual, but the 50-cent coin had something slightly different. Not immediately visible to the average eye, but collectors and numismatists. They saw it. They knew. And they started watching. The coin itself features the strelitzia flower, also known as the bird of paradise, a bold, sharp, unforgettable symbol of South African flora. For many, this flower represents resilience. It thrives where many others wither. Strong, structured, and proudly unique. The same can be said for this coin. Now, what makes the 2008 50-cent coin special isn't just its design. It's the details, the rare elements, the mintage quirks that elevate it from being change in your pocket to treasure in your safe. Some of the 2008 mints had unique strike marks. Some were made in lower quantities than usual. And due to the global situation at the time, fewer were circulated, meaning more were preserved in their original state, uncirculated, untouched, quietly waiting to be discovered. Most people didn't notice. But the collectors who did, they started bidding. Not just in local coin clubs, but in international auctions. Slowly, the word spread. And what started as a humble coin became something far more coveted. Here's something to think about. The older we get, the more we realize it's not the flashy things that hold real value. It's the things that last. That endure. Just like a good memory. Just like a strong handshake. Just like this coin. There's something deeply satisfying about finding hidden value in something so simple. It speaks to a kind of wisdom that only time can teach. You've lived through changing times. You know what it means to see the world shift and still stand strong. This coin, in many ways, is a symbol of that same resilience. It's quiet, but it's powerful. Collectors over the age of 55 are some of the most respected voices in the numismatic community. You've got the eye, the patience, and the understanding of what true value means. You've seen markets go up and down. You've seen things once considered worthless rise in importance. That's exactly the kind of insight that allows someone like you to spot opportunity where others miss it. And this coin? It's the kind of opportunity that comes around once in a while, and then disappears, usually into someone else's collection. Let me paint the picture even clearer. There are coins from every country, every decade. But only a few stand out. Only a few rise above the rest. And among South African coins, this 2008 50-cent piece is becoming one of those few. The demand is increasing. Collectors in Europe, North America, and Asia are now actively looking for this coin. And what happens when demand rises and supply stays limited? That's when prices begin to soar. Now, here's the part you've been waiting for. One of these coins, yes, the exact 2008 South African 50-cent coin, was recently valued at $5,500. That's right. $5,500. From something that might have cost half a rand. Think about that for a second. A coin you could have dismissed, could have given away, could have thrown into the bottom of your glove compartment. Today, it could bring in the kind of return that takes decades to earn in traditional investments, and you may already have won. That's the incredible part. It might be in your collection. It might be in your house right now. Waiting.so. What can you do? Take out your old coin boxes. Check that coin jar you forgot about. Look through the pockets of your old jackets. This coin doesn't flash its value. It doesn't scream for attention. But those who know, know. And those who act, profit. It's not just about the money. It's about recognizing something overlooked. It's about understanding that age and experience give you an edge in this world. That you can spot something rare because you've seen enough to know what's ordinary and what's not, and this 2008 50-cent coin, it's anything but ordinary. So make sure to subscribe if you want more hidden coin stories just like this. Stories that reveal how history, value, and time come together in the palm of your hand. You never know, the next great find might just be in your pocket. Thanks for watching. And happy collecting.